SoFi Stadium is dressed for prime time and for the only Rams home game in the entire month of November. Good evening and welcome to the Rams pregame show. We're live at SoFi Stadium just a couple of hours before the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Rams, each with a share of the best record in their respective conferences. I'm JB along with my broadcast partners Maurice Jones-Drew and DeMarco Farr, and you've got some special jewelry on. I know there's 2 weeks on your calendar that you circle each year, DeMarco. 49ers week, that's next week, and Titans week because it's a rematch of Super Bowl 34.
Oh, yeah, I never miss a chance to rub this in on them. Absolutely. See this. Love it. Earn it, Maurice. No, I'm just kidding. Here you go. But, no, this is a big deal. Isaac Bruce is here tonight. He's getting his Hall of Fame ring. Like you said, this is prime time. All eyes are on the L.A. Rams. Considering what's going on league-wide, this is the team that stands to benefit the most if you can get past the Titans, if you can keep rolling. So Matthew Stafford is on the MVP list. I know a lot of people hate to talk about this, and this defense is on the rise. So hopefully today, offense, defense, special teams, you put it all together because Tennessee's coming the other way.
Remarkably, it's one of 5 Super Bowl rematches on the Week 9 NFL schedule. That's the most in league history. It is the only game featuring opponents with winning records. The Titans at 6-2, the Rams at 7-1, each riding 4-game winning streaks. All right, Maurice, let's get to the news of the week. Regardless of whether or not he makes his Rams debut here tonight, Von Miller is now a member of this organization and figures to help them with their drive for the #1 overall seed in the NFC and their push for a Super Bowl.
Well, I think it was a tremendous move. It was a gutsy move to go out and get them and give those picks away. But Von Miller is going to come and add a pass rush, an element to your pass rush that you haven't had. A guy that can bend a certain way, who also can drop in coverage. And hopefully, can I be like a little selfish?
Yeah.
Because I think if the Rams win, we get a ring too, right? Is that true? So hopefully he brings that type of energy to this defense to push us over the hump throughout the playoffs. But again, Von Miller just brings a different effect, right? And they talked about it this week. There's an Aaron Donald effect. There's a Von Miller effect. You put those guys together, and all of a sudden maybe Leonard Floyd has no one blocking him in this situation because all the attention's on those two guys.
DeMarco, the edge has been playing well. This is a team that before Von Miller leads the NFL in sacks.
You know, look, but I think it's real dependent on Aaron Donald getting there first and disrupting so everyone else kind of plays off him. It would be nice, this is what I said before Houston, it would be nice if somebody else could take the lead, take the pressure off AD, and then lo and behold, you get Von Miller. So that's going to help. So look, when you got those 3 guys on the field, plus whoever else you want to trot out there, I don't know an offense in the world that has that many blockers that can go one-on-one with a Von Miller, go one-on-one with an Aaron Donald, keep a lid on Leonard Floyd all at the same time. Or I don't know that many quarterbacks that can get away outside of Kyler Murray in Arizona, and he's kind of beat up right now. So this changes a lot. If Matthew Stafford and this offense continues to progress and they're putting points on the board, the only way to keep up is throwing the football. So I think let's see Sean McVay did the right thing. Beef up your pass rush. It helps out the entire football team, not just one unit.
Whether or not he goes tonight, Maurice, what does it signal to the locker room and to transcendent talents like Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey and the oldest lineman in the National Football League, Andrew Whitworth, that they're all in this season?
Oh, I mean, if this didn't do it, I don't know what will. And to kind of piggyback on what DeMarco said, in order to kind of keep AD at his best for a long time, you want a guy that takes some of that pressure off, a guy that they're going to have to slide to. He doesn't have to see double and triple team. So Von Miller's going to bring a different mindset to the team. Like, hey, yeah, we're good, but now we're really good, close to being great if we can put it all together. So I'm excited. If it's not tonight, whenever it is, to see Von Miller out there flying around, dancing. That's the other thing. The energy that he brings when he gets sacks or he makes big plays, it's contagious, and it goes all over the place.
The Rams trading for Von Miller somewhat overshadowed the other major news early in this NFL week, and that was the rushing champion Derrick Henry undergoing foot surgery. We'll see whether or not it ends his season. Maurice, it does mean
Adrian Peterson's a couple days older than me. Makes me feel really bad. Okay, kind of was almost depressed when
You're in better shape, though, Maurice.
No,
Come on, I just saw
there's no way.
over there.
There's no way I'm in better shape. He is unbelievable.
That's a good friend over there.
But this is the thing. If you got to remember, he hasn't played football. So if you get to him early, you make it tough on him, his eyes aren't right. And so maybe it helps the Rams defense out a little bit. And if you can score points on offense, if you can put up points early, it'll help the defense in that pass rush because Ryan Tannehill is not a great drop-back passer.
DeMarco, meanwhile, on the interior of the Rams defense, Sebastian Joseph Day has a setback this week at the team's facility in Thousand Oaks. He too undergoes surgery. We'll see if he gets to play for the Rams again. In the meantime, A'Shawn Robinson and Greg Gaines have been playing some of their best defensive tackles for the Rams.
Oh, 100%. I like Sebastian Joseph Day. I really do as a person. But let's be honest, Greg Gaines is in there rolling, man. He's looking pretty good. So I remember guys that got hurt or got suspended and someone stepped in and never gave the job back. So this is the NFL. This is not about hurt feelings. So Greg Gaines is hungry and he's playing like it. And let me tell you, Aaron Donald has been auditioning for teammates, for tag team partners for a while now. So whatever gets you to the quarterback faster, that's what you roll with. But Gaines, A'Shawn, this entire defensive line played well last week. Tennessee's not going to change much, even without Derrick Henry. They're going to run their offense with Adrian Peterson, try to set up play action pass because of Ryan Tannehill. So same thing from last week carries over to this week. Stop the run, earn the right to rush the passer, and then get after him.
And hopefully play with a lead. Matthew Stafford and the Rams scored the first 38 last week in Houston. Completely different challenge here tonight against the AFC leading Titans. But Maurice, at the midway point of the season, Stafford's been just as advertised. The Rams are the most efficient offense in the league. They're averaging the most yards per play, especially over the last month of October. They have been dominant.
Oh, I mean, we've talked about this, JB. We've talked about this to Marco. As long as these guys are running open, Matthew Stafford is going to find you. Even if he has to slide in by time, if it's 3rd and 10, he's going to throw it to Cooper Kupp 45 yards down the field for a first down, possibly a touchdown. If it's Van Jefferson on a play-action pass going deep, he's going to take those shots down the field. And if it's Robert Woods working the middle of the field, he's going to get him the ball where he can get the run after the catch. That's all you ask your quarterback to do. We don't ask much of you as an offensive player. Just give me the ball so I can get busy and make plays. So he's done a great job at that. But the thing that he does more than anything, we've talked about this, is his mental, his mind, his experience to be able to check the Rams in and out of plays, right? To get you into a great play when you're in a good play, or get you out of a bad play into a good play, even if it's a run or a screen or a down-the-field throw.
This is a bad matchup for the Titans, and here's why. They've already allowed the most catches and the most receiving yards to opposing receivers. They've allowed the second most receiving touchdowns to the opposition. Now they're banged up at corner. Greg Maben won't go, and they're facing Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, and DeMarco Matthew Stafford.
I don't think if you're healthy, you're stopping Cooper Kupp. That Stafford to Kupp match or connection is otherworldly right now. It's on a record-setting pace, so I think that continues. But the one thing that we haven't said is I think Sean McVay, as a play caller, has been on. Oh, yeah. There hasn't been too many bad plays, so to speak. There's been bad results of play calls, but not really bad plays. So I think with Matthew Stafford, he has lifted everyone else around him, plus the coach has been a little bit better, because if you dial it up the right way, it's almost a certainty you're getting in the end zone. So Matthew Stafford, his ability, and Sean McVay's creativity, wow, I think you have a chance against anybody. A banged-up secondary, no shot.
Well, DeMarco, I think you got to go back to Houston when they had those drives where they didn't convert touchdowns, right? They had to settle for field goals, or they went for it on 4th down and it didn't work out. It was the fact that Sean McVay took that offense on the side and got into them. Mm-hmm. Hey, this is not our type of ball that we're playing right now. We need to execute better. We need to do these certain things. And then guess what? They got on track and they got rolling. That's called high expectations. That's saying we expect to score against everybody when we get inside the red zone.
They lead the NFL in red zone trips, are now up to top 10 in terms of converting those opportunities into touchdowns. Good injury news for Los Angeles. Andrew Whitworth back at left tackle after Joe Noteboom performed admirably in Houston. And on the defensive side of the football, after missing 3 weeks, all wins for the Rams. Now they get Darius Williams added back to their secondary, and DeMarco, hopefully Robert Rochelle closer to 100%.
You know, no Derrick Henry. They still have A.J. Brown on the other side, and Julio Jones at some point is going to get the right mix and feel healthy. So you'll have issues. Having Darius Williams back will help mitigate that some. But Jalen Ramsey, I thought Dante Dion, and I thought Long Jr. went out there and played pretty well with what you had. But look, Darius Williams a season ago was unreal. I thought at some points was the best corner you had, at least in terms of big plays. I hope that guy returns from injury.
I mean, there is a school of thought where I'm sure the Titans would rather have Derrick Henry tonight. I would love to see Derrick Henry tonight. But it might force Tannehill and company to leverage the weapons they have on the perimeter, which are substantial. I don't know. You might be playing with fire.
This is the thing. Julio Jones, I got a chance to talk to their offensive coordinator, Todd Downing, the Titans, that is, and Julio Jones is a Ferrari. When he can go, he's going. And the key is, can he go? Can he be there? And so it's going to be interesting to see how they play without having Derrick Henry, without being a run-first offense. I don't think they'll be run-first. I think they're going to let it. They're going to have to open it up, and it's going to test your secondary. It's going to test your pass rush. It's going to test your linebackers, right? So let's see if they can do it. Again, we talk about it.
Yeah, I hope they open it up.
Every week is a different challenge, and they present different opportunities for you to show your ability to adjust as a defense. I can't wait to see how the Rams do.
Tannehill's already taken as many sacks this season as all of last year. It's hard to believe given how much they do hand off to Henry.
Yeah.
But whether or not he sees his former recruiting mate at Texas A&M, Von Miller, tonight, the Rams still have speed to burn on the edge to get to him.
Well, usually with good offensive lines that have great running backs, they're great run blockers.
Yeah,
right.
Better
and
going forward than backward.
Sacks, pass protectors. Yeah. So I think this is true for this line.
We just saw Roger Saffold, former Ram, getting his warm-up in. He's gone on to great things in Nashville, but he is part of a really banged-up Tennessee offensive line this evening. Sunday Night Football here at SoFi Stadium. Let's close things out by taking a look at some key matchups. MJD, you've got the T.
I always go with Jalen Ramsey. Who is he going to cover, right? There's times against Arizona Cardinals where he didn't lock up D-Hop. He played in the slot. Do you flirt with that, or do you just put him on A.J. Brown right now? That's the number one target. You have to lock up with him. When they brought Jalen Ramsey here, who did he cover in Atlanta, JB?
Julio.
So you got to pick one or the other. Which one will he lock up and can he shut him down?
I mean, it makes sense. They've already taken their best weapon, Derrick Henry, off the field. Can you take one more chess piece away and force them to keep up with you some other way? DeMarco, what matchup do you have your eye on?
Well, this is fun for me. Harold Landry versus Andrew Whitworth coming back. Landry's got 8.5 sacks, 27.5 for a career. He is Von Miller light.
Yes.
Same stuff. I mean, he is quick. He darts in and out. He's good over the top. He's good up the gut. So that will be a tough matchup for Andrew Whitworth. And another one, a personal one. Aaron Donald playing against Roger Saffold.
Oh, that's
They were teammates. Oh, my God. They were teammates.
Oh.
I can't wait to see that. That's going to be so much fun.
You guys always take the headliners.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You guys always leave me on the ball in the trenches to go great Gaines against one of the better centers in the league, Ben Jones. Look, with Sebastian Joseph Day out, Gaines may have played his best football as a Ram last week. A'Shawn Robinson coming on. Bobby Brown, maybe a drafted replacement at interior tackle. But Gaines' time is now. Let's see if he can back up what he did against a woeful Houston Texans group here in primetime against the Titans. That's going to do it for our Rams pregame show. Kickoff, Sunday Night Football, 5:20. You know it's on NBC. You can also listen to the game on 710 ESPN or Jack FM 93.1 here in the Southland. For Maurice Jones-Drew, for DeMarco Farr, I'm JB Long. Modern throwbacks tonight. It's a Super Bowl rematch, the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Rams. Could it also be a Super Bowl preview? Enjoy the game, everyone.